is there any indication or possibility for the appearance of another prophet after Hadrat Imam Mahdi alayhi salam?
People have not yet digested the idea of one prophet. And you see the raw created all over the world, the resistance, the movement, so on. So it is not easy to conceive a prophet to be born among any time, among any people at any time. So once all this is over, when people accept Hazrat Masih Maud Islam to be a genuine, true, spiritual son of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, till that time there is still a lot of time expands between that and now. You are thinking of a time when Ahmadiyyat will also decay like all other things before, all religions went into a state of decay. Then why should Allah change His ways? If He sent someone to reform these people, He would. Nobody can stop His hand. Yadahu mabsutatan. So one thing is important. We do not believe that Hazrat Masih Maud Wasalam is the last in time. The last in time would only be that prophet who would come before the Qiyamah, about whom Hazrat Masih Maud Wasalam himself has prophesied. So that is theoretical possibilities which I am discussing with you. But realistically, I do not see any prophet to come after Hazrat Masih Maud Wasalam who could do any real reform work. Now this is a very difficult question you have asked, but if you follow me correctly, you will be truly answered. Why we believe that Masih Maud Wasalam is the true spiritual son of Hazrat Masih Maud Islam? Only on the authority of the Holy Quran and on the authority of the traditions of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. As far as my study of the Quran and the traditions of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is concerned, I don't see any evidence which can be produced in favor of any prophet to follow. We believe in Masih Maud Islam only because Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam orders us to believe, because he is the master of all time. Show me any hadith, if you can, or anyone can, where Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam tells us that after the Messiah will come and go, after the Mahdi has come and gone, there will still be another prophet who will take over from him. Can anyone remember such a hadith? Can you? No one can. So I was discussing the possibility only hypothetically. What I said before only meant that the final prophet is Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu. So that must be understood. If prophets are sent by Allah, nobody can stop him. But where is the evidence of such prophets? I do not see any evidence from the Quran or from the traditions of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So if ever a prophet comes, theoretically he can come. But practically if he comes, he will have to produce a lot of evidence in his favor from the Quran and from Hadith, which I can't see any. So this is the real picture. It's a difficult translation. Let him translate it first, then I'll come to the last bit. If no such prophet can come, why a last warner? Now, the picture I have painted is not based on my own understanding. It is absolutely founded on the understanding of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself. I refer to that hadith in which Hazrat Aqdas Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam speaks of the advent of Messiah. He says that after the advent of Messiah, the good wind will begin to blow, the healthy wind will begin to blow. And it will blow for a long time. Then it will be replaced by bad wind until the people will become ashar al-nas. And the Qiyamah will appear on ashar al-nas. He does not speak of a prophet in between. Otherwise, he should have said, bad wind will begin to blow after the advent of the Messiah until Allah will send another prophet and healthy, fresh winds will take over, will replace the bad wind. And then the winds will turn bad again, and the Qiyamah would take place. So it is Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam who presents this scenario which I have presented before you. After that, there is room for any true believer in Hazrat Rasulullah sallam to disagree with my inference. Please. Right?
Yes.
You covered everything or left something?
Ich kann auch sehen.
Okay. I'll explain the remaining part myself once again. According to Hazrat Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, vision of what would take place after the advent of Messiah. The reformation he will bring about would continue until a time when the healthy wind which will begin to flow would be replaced by bad wind. And that bad wind will flow until the time of Qiyamah. No prophet is mentioned in between. Explain this, then I'll come to the last bit again. Now this is exactly what should have happened. Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent for the whole mankind. Once the mankind had ultimately accepted him under the influence and the new movement started by Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi the yuzhirahu ala deen kullihi, so that Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam becomes dominant over the whole world of religion. After that, if they reject his message once again, the only punishment they incur is that of destruction. This is exactly what happened to other prophets before. Noah, when he was rejected, his people were wiped out. So once Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after gaining dominance over the world, is rejected again, it's such a great insult to his message that such people cease the right to exist, and they should be destroyed, and Qiyamah should take place on such people. That is why Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Qiyamah would be on ashrar al-nas, who have once accepted the Prophet of the universe and then rejected him, they will be the Ashrar al-Nas. Now what about the last warner, of which Hazrat Masih Maud Islam speaks? He says there will be a Messiah of Inzar who would appear just before the doomsday takes place, before all the mankind is wiped out. It is because of the Sunnah of Allah. He never punishes the people without giving them a warning. It's another unchangeable principle of the Holy Quran. So before the last bad people were wiped out, Allah will give them just one warning as in principle. And Hazrat Masih Maud has spoken of that Messiah as one who will not be accepted by the people of the time. Not a single person will believe in him. He will just issue a warning saying, look here, the doomsday is near, come back to the fold of Hazrat Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they will laugh at him and say no. So he would die without being accepted. So the concept of a prophethood which would begin to reform please.
لا أحد يقبله. حضرتكم قلتم لا أحد يقبله.
نعم. ويقول حضرتك
لذلك تقوم عليهم
كلهم will reject him.
نعم.
وصحح الآن يقول
So
حضرتك
كلهم will justify their destruction by the rejection of him.
is it all the humankind or just
All humankind, naturally all humankind will have been influenced largely by Ahmad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Of course the Jews will continue and other small people here and there. The dominant religion of the world would be that of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. When he would be rejected in totality, none of the people either belonging to Islam or belonging to any other religion will believe in the message will come in his name. So the whole mankind will incur the wrath of Allah upon them in totality. That is why the Qiyamah would take place and not a single person will remain to continue.